badgering replies. They felt like rain. And we waited, every one of us waiting in a line like crystals of light. 1,000 if there were a million disappearing into one. Things were like that. Now, things were like that. Inside the doors, the servers served the meat on tiny tin trays embedded with the logo of a black mouse teetered on the edge of a cliff. From the mists surrounding the world, it was born, and in big cities, little cities, towns and villages, burgs and forts, in all places we waited like crystals in the light. And inside, the servers served the meat on tiny tin trays embedded with the logo of a black mouse teetered on the edge of a cliff. For 71 hours now, the sun beamed, then not beamed, then beamed again, then not beamed, then beamed, then not beamed, back again, ready for time to now bring heat into our existence. Everyone spoke in such eloquent a tongue, each with the same shit to say. We waited like slaves to a mush, hemmed in by the lack of walls, so fucking eloquent in our tongues, so much shit to say. I wanted to be Kafka. I fell short by a dozen and ate with the masses instead. Replies. We ask questions, make statements, send in trees and rivers of ink on their skin. And replies? Yes, badgering replies. Each one a tooth in the mouth of the system. And us, we stand waiting in line like crystals in the light, waiting for the meat, waiting for the servers to serve us the meat on tiny tin trays embedded with the logo of a black mouse teetered on the edge of a cliff. There are legends, myths, rumors, and tales. The fact is the thing is dead as the grass, and the grass was the death of the roots of the past, and past is the last of the tyranny's grasp. 2006, the world was a toy store. Man, what a rush. Underlining the unimportant, Mom told me that. The word who disappeared in the fanatical instance of an instant. Vapor scents, a musty book, a mildewed worm. Interesting. Voices. I always heard voices, whispers, hypnotizing, my lovely guidance, my inspiration. Outside that loft window, 11 stories below, parade and wrecked in heat, shining brass and puffy red hair confettied from the curb to another curb. A giant black mouse balloon floated towards executive suites and penthouse clouds. 24 striped cheerleader skirts followed their asses in their tears. It was symphonic. Mom, she had laughed so goddamn hard at that tragic morning. I loved her more right then than I had ever, or have ever, loved anything else in my life. Smiling at chaos, me reading my destiny in her eyes. The line moved at a snail's pace, and that's being literal. And still we waited. I waited, me who wanted to be Kafka, disappearing in a stew, disappearing in the feed, disappearing in the city streets. It never rained. It never clouded. The sun was hot and yellow in a dull, gray sort of way, like it had lost hope too, but was still yellow by nature. And the feed fed us daily, served by servers on a tiny tin tray embedded with the logo of a black mouse teetered at the edge of a cliff. And we waited in a line like crystals in light. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Memories of things that were not things, escaping to the stratospheres of our mind. Hollow blood and slivered breaths. Extraordinary, singular, remote. A song played on the radio. The wind was fresh, like never before. He hoped the mood never escaped. He knew it would, but he hoped against knowledge. He hoped against all knowledge. Hoped. In the morning, the song was gone, the moon had taken off for other places, rain fell warm, light, and welcome from the clouds. His car ran past a gas station called Lula's and honked his horn at the daisy dress blowing in the dusty breeze. Freedom was everything. Everything except forever. The dark trail disappeared behind us. The lights of the city shimmering on the horizon. So much possibility ahead. It was glorious. charity or smack, heavens and the hell, our dream, live, real, shiny, appropriate, lit, color, technical, pure. Felt like the line never moved, never inched, never budged, never changed, always never doing a thing. Just us, waiting like slaves, like parasites, like cancer, like need. The faces, all the same, long, ageless, beautifully dead, sad little angels chained to a rock, waiting to go through the door, into the tile and neon, under the invisible air conditioning.
Outside is lives, less capture, hear, call, take the trail, shake the shot, walk away. Heels when it's offline, never loses. The station turns down, the station